Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome, and thank you all for choosing to come and join us here this morning. I'm Paul Kovacs with the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction. I'm really delighted that you've come to join us. We're going to talk about protecting homeowners and communities from wildfire in a changing climate. I'm really excited to have this particular event come together. We would like to acknowledge the support from Natural Resources Canada to allow us to pull this event together. This is one of the opportunities where we're going to have people from several different communities meet. So there will be several people in the room you may not have seen before. Please take some time during the breaks and elsewhere to introduce yourself and say hello. A chance to think about issues around wildfire risk in Canada and how they're changing. In particular, how climate change is affecting wildfire risk is one of the themes that we've worked into our session for today. And a real focus on some of the opportunities that have been identified so that this growing risk of fire does not result in a growing experience of loss. So things like Fire Smart and community safety opportunities that can be applied so that we can deal with the risk that fire will probably increase in Canada, but it need not lead to more damage, more destruction of homes, more people at risk. So the combination of fire with change in the climate and a real focus on safety and actions that have been identified and can be taken going forward is the overall theme of what we're going to spend today on. I was asked specifically in the opening remarks to make sure everybody was aware that the perhaps cryptic note at the very bottom of the agenda that says group discussion, please intend to have some real comments and get involved. Alan will take us through a discussion as we get near the end of the day about opportunities of what we're going to discuss today and how that might be applied going forward. So please do expect and plan for a real discussion. And Alan, thank you for leading us through that when we get there. So please do plan for really investing some of that time. Things that we may not have time to come up with today, there will be an opportunity to send in your thoughts, and we will do our very best to capture what we discussed today and what we hear from you after today's discussion in some of the advice that we will share from the report that the Institute has promised to do based on today's discussion. It was a specific dialogue with Natural Resources Canada about how some of this information can be taken to a broader audience, which is what we're trying to do during the course of today, but also be discussed and shaped into some thoughts going forward and pull that into an overall report that we will share with you when it's ready in a few weeks' time, based upon the discussion we have today and some of the feedback that you give. We have a really neat lineup of people that are involved. And what I'd like to do as quickly as possible is to turn things over to our first speaker so that we can jump right into things. Our flow for today will likely involve a discussion with each speaker as they go. So there'll be a presentation and questions. The speaker themselves will decide whether they would like questions along the way. But if not, alternatively, we will have questions right after each of the speakers. I think the only exception is that we have a panel on insurance where we may hold questions until we've worked through the whole panel. But otherwise, we will be doing questions after each of the sessions as today unfolds. So again, on behalf of the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction, I'm delighted to have you here today to talk about wildfires in a changing climate with a focus on solutions for homeowners and communities.